Good girl. Breathe in.
The epidural, an injection into Julie's spine, should take away all pain from the lower half of her body. But unusually, this epidural didn't work.
God, darling.
So Julie had a second epidural, which did take effect.
I was quite happy. As soon as the epidural was in and it was finished, I was a little bit drowsy, a little bit on the happy side, but I knew I'd be able to get over it now. I could tell jokes. I was just a completely different person.
I've had enough now.
Julie's midwife, Jackie, is going off shift. She hands over to Agnes.
Is it the name badge number? No. And his badge?
And it's pushing its way down. Ooh. Perhaps I ought to have this filled up again. The epidural was wearing off and I was gradually feeling the contractions coming back.
Listen, we're just going to examine you to make sure that you're fully dilated. Just sit in there. I'll just you need a top of mouth. Just what you have to do, push with the contractions, right? You can't come there, but if you push, baby will come.
I was so glad that I didn't have it topped up, because then I could have the natural feeling of pushing the baby in.
Keep going. Just as if you're constipated.
Hard, keep going, keep pushing, keep pushing.
Let that breath out, take another breath in and push down where we have the contraction.
I had very little energy left. I could feel in the right back passage and it was very, very painful.
Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up.
And hold and push as if you're sitting on the toilet. Come on.
I could feel the contractions deciding to tell me to push. And every time I just gave one heave. And then the contractions sort of went over the heel again and let me breathe a bit.
We get 3 good pushes with every contraction. Alright? Try to bit of the baby's head. You can feel it.
Daddy, please don't. When you push down, don't let me get weak. You hold it there. I want to push now. I could have been a lot upright. I think it would have helped me because I had nothing to grab hold on. I only had my husband to hold on to. And when you've got to push so hard, it's like pushing a 10-ton stone up a steep hill.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Come on. Push down. Keep it going. Keep it going.
You're doing well. Another breath in and push down. Push. There you go. Keep that going. Keep that going. You're doing well. Come on. Push it. No, it's there. Touch it. If you want it. That's only cream in it. Push down. Push. Push. Very good. Keep going. Very good. Push. No. Push. Very good. Good. Push. Okay, hands. That's the baby's head. Okay, everything is coming. Everything walks. Okay.
Yeah, you know that we screaming. When you're going through it, you think it's never going to stop. I just thought, how the earth did I get pregnant in the first place? And it just stops. And then you just want to get off your bed. And then away with it, away me. It was good to do.
No stitches there then. No? No. Oh, that's magic. You know what? Last time I had stitches I was born. Yeah, I know all of it.
I'm so worried you wasn't going to be in bed at all. It's supposed to be...
It wasn't painful to walk around or uncomfortable, in fact quite the opposite. Helena is having her baby at home. Her husband Martin and her family are around her. Her GP has come just to observe, and her mother and her 2 young sons are there too. The pain was getting much more severe than it had been. The contractions were coming thick and fast. I felt we were getting somewhere. There was less respite between each one, but it's pain with a purpose, so it's not so bad. Just sip that slowly, okay? Okay then.
Don't you continue or would you want to stay so long?
I don't know.
Continue.
I felt extremely tired. I just wished the pain would go away and I could have a sleep and then start afresh.
Don't force it, just keep constant. Just relax and let it do what it wants to do. Just let it.
Do those contractions feel different? They start getting a lot sharper when you're in second stage. And you need to push. Sort of explosive type of contractions.
Follow the contraction, just breathe with it, don't fight it. That's lovely, keep going. Keep going with the breathing. Good. Keep it going.
But I wanted it all to stop, and I felt I couldn't manage another contraction. Somehow it all was just too overwhelming. And I realised now that was the end of the first stage and the beginning of the second.
And again, Elena. Don't let it go away.
The pushing, there was no controlling it or stopping it. It was just this very, very strong urge to bear down. And the only way one can stop it really is by panting. I was being asked to pant because it just stops the whole process for a little, and Deborah was worried in case I would tear.
Come down a little bit for me, can you? And pant. Good girl.
Really hard push.
Hard push now, darling. Push with all your might. The baby won't come out. The midwife finds that the umbilical cord is wrapped twice round the baby's neck. She clamps the cord in 2 places and then cuts the cord to let the baby deliver.
Come on, push on, push. Push through. That's it. Push on it. Push a little.
They can do it. They can do it. Come on. Again.
Push, Papa, push. Big baby, well done.
He's a big baby. He weighs 10 pounds.
Well done.
The baby is slightly blue and slow to start breathing. So Deborah clears mucus from his mouth and is given some oxygen to stimulate his breathing.
Just absolute relief. That's the noise every mother wants to hear. The first cry of the baby. And one knows it all as well. Friends will be cleaning to the
Come on, look who's here. What's the right? Come and say look. Come on, Matthew. Look who's here. Look at that. Hey, come and say hello.
I just made the whole point of the home delivery being so important to a family as a unit was the fact that the other children could be there and see what happened and saw the baby almost as instantly as we did.
We're going to come. Right?
It just made it a very special moment for the family.
I'm giving me the biggest hug of my life.
There's no one right way to have a baby. There are only various possibilities that you might find useful to bear in mind. But remember that whatever you plan, things may turn out differently. It so happens that the women we've shown didn't need, for example, a forceps delivery or a caesarean section. But neither of these is unusual, so it's worth being prepared for these possibilities too. A lot of women, and I certainly was, are completely unprepared for what happens after the baby's born. To your body, your routine, your lifestyle, emotions, in fact the whole person you are. You've changed forever from an independent person to being a mother. And you're very tired. Baby blues don't affect everyone, but it is quite common to feel weepy a few days after the birth.
After a baby's been born, many women do feel that over the next few days that they're emotionally very labile, and sometimes they feel very happy and then very upset. And this happens over a few days, and then gradually they return to normal, or whatever is normal for them. For other women, that return to normal does not appear to occur, and they find themselves perhaps becoming increasingly anxious and increasingly fretful about their baby, and perhaps even recognising that they're having abnormal thoughts and abnormal fears. It's very difficult for a woman to actually acknowledge that that's happening to her. If a woman does feel like that, it is really important that she speaks to somebody, whether it's her midwife or whether it's her GP, and that they may just be able to reassure her, but it may be that she is developing more than what is normally expected after a baby and may be becoming frankly depressed, which can happen with women who have never had any problems before, and the earlier treatment is sought, the better the recovery.
Some women also need time to get to love their babies. For the first few days, mine seemed like a little alien being lying there in its hospital cot. Paula fell in love with her first baby as soon as he was born, but with her second one, love only came gradually.
I was completely indifferent with him, and I couldn't work out why. It was extremely difficult, and I was really angry about that. I just thought, why am I doing this, And nobody talked to me then about the fact that, it's quite normal for some people to do that. It is. It honestly is, because I love him no less. And I have not loved him any less than I've loved my other children.
But going through labour, our bodies take quite a battering, and even if you feel on top of the world, you can still be tired.
I don't think I ever understood that I'd be so tired. I remember fainting a couple of times after having baby. Yes, which I didn't expect.
Well, I'd had a caesarean section, so I was very tired, and I think I wasn't allowing myself to accept that I had had a major operation. I was tired because it took me much longer to actually reach the baby, to do things for the baby, and that was frustrating as well as tiring. And it meant having to ask people to help me, which is something that I'm not very good at doing, and perhaps I've learned from that experience to be better at asking for help.
I think the physical exhaustion is a real problem for many women, and it takes quite a few days for them actually to overcome that. For some people it takes many months, depending on the baby. I think the other thing is that the body continues to change. It's not ended when the labour is over, and things like the establishment of breastfeeding and the body returning to normal, all the organs inside the body have to return to normal, and that actually takes quite a lot of energy. There's a lot of repair work going on inside the body, and instead of feeling blooming and wonderful, they actually do feel really quite devastated, and I think that does need to be anticipated.
Apart from the stitches, which are very, very simple, I feel great, absolutely great. I don't have any other pains, no aches, spine smashing, just the tear end. It's the only problem. It's very frightening at first. You're frightened to even relax down there because the stitches are so sore. Passing the water was very painful at first, and it stung quite a lot, and only passing a few miles at a time. But that does get better after about 12 hours. It does get much easier. The bowels is a different story. You're very frightened to strain because you feel that you're going to rip your stitches open. I mean, you are told that it's very, very unlikely that you'll do that, but even so, it's very painful. And I had a lot of problems, and I did need help at the end. I had to have a laxative, but it worked marvellously, and I feel fantastic now. I'm not so frightened now.
I ripped during the birth, and sex for about 8 weeks afterwards was practically a no-no. It was
wasn't no-no.
Well, a little bit, just not through penetration. It hurt too much, didn't it? So, but it's all right now though, on a good day, isn't it?
Some babies need special care in hospital. This may be because they're premature or very small or unwell in some way. Most of us aren't prepared for this possibility at all.
It was a bit frightening, because you have a baby, you don't expect them to be doing anything wrong with them like that, and when you first come here, you blame yourself, think, is it something I've done, that's made him have these problems, and it's awful feeling, you just don't know what to do, you feel inadequate, and it was awful, wasn't it?
I got a bit of a shock with the tubes and the drips and everything, but I was able to wash my hands straight away and touch them, which I wanted to do. Some mums are a little bit frightened and frightened to touch them, but I wanted to touch my baby straight away, which I did, and it was fantastic. It was lovely.
I didn't realise this happened. All my friends had gone off into hospital, had beautiful sort of 7.5 pounders that they brought home 5 days later, and it was lovely. Well, here I didn't really want to touch the baby too much. I was frightened of building up too much of a bond in case anything happened. I think that was the overriding fear. And also, I think just all the plans for the future, having given up work and everything else, all the plans for the future are sort of at a limbo then, and you haven't got this lovely little child you're going to go home and look after. I think that was one of the things that worried me most. The one question everybody wants to ask, will this baby be alright? Will she be normal? Will we take her home? Which is the one question nobody can answer. Each day causes its own problems. They might be minor, they might be more serious. But at the end of it, most of these little babies do go home perfectly normally.
She was put on the breast the minute she was born. I think that helped because right away, for the first time in my life, there was this baby on my breast, and I think it was nice.
It's natural. It's on tap, convenient. Feels nice, but you don't know until you've done it. Immediately. Paul wanted me to do it. It means he doesn't have to get up at night. Just wanted to, just wanted to.
I don't have this amazing sort of